Good morning. It is Thursday, October 26th, and it's an early release day. And then we have parent-teacher conferences day 2 from 1 to 5. I woke up around 4 today and finished editing yesterday's vlog, and it's in the process of uploading right now. It's around 5:30 now, about 5:40 actually. I think I got worn down and now I've got something attacking me again, so this is the perfect time to have an extra day off. At 5 o'clock today begins my 3-day weekend. Woo! So teachers have Friday off, and then students also have Monday off, and teachers have PD. Aww. Mitten says, I'm hungry. Quit talking to people on that thing. So Onyx is apparently hungry too. Yes, the natives are restless. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I startled her. So I'm getting my caffeine started early today.
Hi, it's still Thursday. Made it to my classroom with 10 minutes to spare. Woo! Got everything unpacked over there. Got my 2 caffeines ready to slurp down. Thought I'd show you my outfit of the day real quick because I need to run to the bathroom before these kids come and the day starts the madness that it will be. I had to completely redo my schedule for today. But it actually, once I looked at it and rearranged everything like I needed to, it actually worked out better. My hair is a little goofball-y. There. It actually is working out better. I have like recess specials, lunch, boom, boom, boom. So basically I'm tour guide Barbie today. Have a nice time. See you in a little bit. It'll be good. And then my conferences will be right away, starting right at 1. Probably, I usually have parents like chomping at the bit. I'm just going to have to keep my door shut because I'm going to have to go to the bathroom between late buses and people because otherwise I can't go 4 or 6 hours without going to the bathroom. That's crazy. So I ate a little bit of a breakfast bowl that I had made some time ago. I only ate about half of it, so I might finish that for lunch today. It's on my desk right now, so I probably won't get a chance to finish it now. But I can throw the lid on it and stick it in my fridge and heat it up later. I will show you my outfit of the day real quick, and then I'll run to the restroom, and then it'll be time for kiddos to come. All right, so when I looked at the temperature, it showed it's going to be like 60 degrees. I looked at it this morning, 79. Tomorrow's going to be like 45, but today, high of 79. Yeah, weird. So I'm in layers because that's the only way you can make it through the day and not sweat to death or die, whatever. So this necklace and earrings are from probably Cato, possibly Walmart. I don't remember. I've had them for a while. This bracelet is from Maurice's, and my Alex and Amy, of course. My chameleon ring you've seen before. Watch from Kohl's. And then shoes from Maurice's. These are very comfortable. They have a really nice arch support thing here, squishy, and they're just flat. And then my pants are from Maurice's. You've seen them before. They're black pants. And then this shirt, I got the tag off it today. I'm like, oh, I've never worn this before. I've had it in my closet for like 2 or 3 years. I don't know. Got lost in the shuffle. So this is from Cato, and the sweater is from Maurice's. Let me show you the whole meal deal. And then if I get too warm, which I probably will, I can take this off. It only goes this far anyway, so yeah. So right now, it's a little chilly, but later, it'll probably be not so chilly. So I'm prepared either way, yes. All right, I will try to check in with you later. I'll see what I need to do. I printed out my new schedule for today. I'm just made a sheet for my lesson plans for today. And I need to copy a Halloween party note because our Halloween party is Tuesday when the kids come back. Because they get out at 12:20 today and don't return until Halloween, Tuesday. So the note needs to go home today. So I'm going to copy it on bright orange Astor Bright paper. I don't remember what the name of it is. It's really, really bright though. I love the bright neon colors. So that should be sticking out when the parents hopefully open their folders. I'll also send an email and all that stuff just in case. Because notes don't always make it home. That's kind of what's going on today, and I'll check back in with you later. It is 5 o'clock and I look a hot mess, but I'm out of here for the weekend. So I will probably catch you at home a little bit later and give you a recap of the day. So I'm going to head out and see you later. Hi, it's a little after 6. We just got home a little while ago from conferences. Had to stop and get gas because we were almost out because of all the running back and forth this week. Trying to figure out what to do for supper. I think we're just going to have something really easy like leftovers. Sounds good to me. I didn't feel that tired until I sat down and just went, wow, I'm really tired. Like waking up at 4 o'clock the last several days and not going to sleep right away and having the stress of conferences and schedule changes and just stuff. Ugh, I'm ready for a break. And I'm happy to say I'm getting one because we don't have school tomorrow. Yay. So teachers have a 3-day weekend and students have a 4-day weekend, which I've mentioned the last few days just because I'm so excited about it. So I didn't get my planning done at school like I was hoping. I got some of it finished, but I didn't completely finish. So I need to add a few more things into my lesson plans and then find some activities for my new math intervention groups. So that's going to be interesting. I don't even know for sure how many kids I'm going to have. I'm probably going to plan for like 20 just to have plenty of things. Because last time I had like 17 in a group, and that worked out pretty well to just make 20 of things. And I got my spelling test given today and graded and put in my little record book and given back to the students to take home. Yay! It was a hard fought battle though, because I kept trying to pick at it and pick at it and pick at it, and it was just not working very well. So it took me a while to get to it. Thankfully, I started the test very early today. It was a weird day, just really weird. Early out days are always strange, but then with all the changes that have happened since yesterday and them throwing in extra activities that really shouldn't have been on today, it just was madness. And with all the schedule changes, the cooks seriously didn't even know what the lunch times were anymore because nobody told them apparently. They didn't even know what time they were supposed to have lunch ready. It took forever for them to clean up and get out of there. They had to stay late to clean the kitchen because of the lunch times. The lunchroom supervisors didn't know what time the students were supposed to leave the lunchroom, so they dismissed them too early. And so I wasn't there to pick them up when they were dismissed, which wasn't my fault, and it really wasn't their fault because it wasn't communicated to them what time things were supposed to be. It just was a hot mess today. It really was a hot mess all over. Like I feel like I didn't know what I was doing, even though I'd made my schedule. I revamped it last night, but then it got changed again this morning because of recess and everything else. It just was a mess. And I took my kids at the wrong time to specials, and some of them, I only had 3 that were going to go to specials because the other ones were supposed to go to the special attendance award thing, which was a trip to the outdoor classroom. So you had to take them up to the front to be taken by some of the specials teachers, like the PE teacher and the library teacher, I think went. And then something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't have all the information. And how we knew who was supposed to go to that reward was that they printed labels with the students' names on them. But then I found out from some other teachers before my class was supposed to go was that the labels weren't necessarily correct. So you had to like go and double check the kids to make sure that they all got to go, that they were supposed to go. Seriously? That was another thing I didn't have time to do. And so I didn't get it done because I didn't have time. Because we seriously got the labels after like 9:30 today. And my kids went at like 9:45. So there wasn't time to even check anything. I didn't have time to do that. So I just had done grade cards last week, and part of grade cards is attendance. And part of that attendance was some of that attendance time that they used for the award. I knew that some of my students had not missed any school, and you could go to the attendance reward if you had missed 1 day or less. And I knew one of my students had missed any days at all, the entire quarter. So they certainly didn't miss any days in September, which is when the reward was for. And his name was not on a label. And so I had a student that was gone whose name was on a label. So I just crossed off their name and put his name. I said, here you go. I know that you weren't gone. I know you weren't. So here, you just take this label and you can go. And that made them very happy. But we did ketchup and pickles today. And the students really enjoyed some of the new activities I put out. And I forgot to show you what they were. So I'll try to remember next time. But just some things that I've had, and I added some new things to it. And I told them I would be adding new things periodically so that it wouldn't get, boring. Because after a while, it's still pretty fresh for them because they only do it once a week. And they haven't done every bin that there is. But I'll probably get to a point where I have I have multiples of things in different bins so that several different partnerships can play the same thing or do the same thing. As I get more activities, I'll probably make it to where there's only 1 bin of each thing or maybe 2 bins of each thing. So that way it's a little bit more of a novelty for them and it's more fun for them. Trying to think. I got my Halloween party note copied this morning before the kids even came in the classroom, which was great because then I got it put in their cubbies and didn't have to think about it anymore. During conference time, between conferences, I was able to sign my entire class up for Prodigy, which is that math website that I told you about where they play adventure games and then they do certain math problems and then they can move on through the game. And you can assign different skills for them to work on. And then there's a parent report that the parents can look at and there's a teacher report that the teachers can look at. It's a free website. And if you want to try it with your class, it's at prodigygame.com. And you just go in there and create a class, put a username and password in there, and you're all set up. And you can assign your kids whatever skills you want them to work on. Like I have a couple that they did fine with their subtraction, but they did not pass their addition test, even after twice doing it. Even after going through chapter 1 and chapter 3 in Go Math, they still didn't pass their addition, which I don't know what the deal was. It was very simple. It wasn't timed. There were only 10 problems, and it was adding to 10. So it didn't go very high. They could have used their fingers. And the test was made to where they could use any strategy they wanted. The little addition sentences that they were supposed to solve were in like a rectangle shaped boxes on this paper. And I told them there's space in there to draw if you'd like to draw to figure the answer. Or you could make a bar model, or you could make a number bond, or you can make a number line and use that to hop across. Whatever you want to do. You could draw objects. Whatever you want to do to figure out the answer is fine. If you don't need to do any of those things, you don't have to. You can use mental math as well. Just what I need to see is the answer. I need to see the sum of these problems. So you figure out the way that works best for you. And I still had 2 that didn't pass. And so it's just, I don't know what the problem was because they did subtraction fine. So I'm not sure where the disconnect is. I'm hoping that after I teach the rest of chapter 4, when they learn more of the relationship between addition and subtraction, maybe that will help them since subtraction seems to be easier for them. I'm not really sure. I don't know. And then I will test them again on their addition with different problems, but the same test because I think there are different versions of the same test, but maybe not. I know I made the subtraction test for our grade card, and it was the same concept as the addition test with the rectangle boxes, and they had problems. I made some vertical and some horizontal because they had learned how to do it by then. And they could use any strategy they wanted to figure out the answers. I'm feeling tired now. But everybody passed that one. Every single person, which was really great. So I made 3 different versions of that same test with different problems, subtracting from 10. I made a pre-test, a post-test, and a buyout from interventions test, just so that they wouldn't see the same numbers over and over and over and just like remember them or something. I don't know that it would have mattered because if a student can't subtract, they can't subtract. But that was the request, and so I said, sure, I can change the numbers. It's not a problem. Just go in there and switch a number or 2. Not a problem. So I did that, and I put them in our Google Drive. So they're all there for everybody to use. The addition test, I think we probably need to have a couple different versions of that one too, because I don't want to keep giving the same one. And I don't even have the addition one, so I guess I'll have to make it my own. I'll just use my subtraction one and change the problems in it. But I want to keep up with their not mastered skills, keep retrying it to see if they've mastered it, because they really should have by now. I mean, they really should have. These were simple. There was no time limit, like I said. They could use any strategy they wanted. I just wonder if they just weren't feeling the test. They just wanted it over with and they just wrote random numbers. Because I've seen kids do that. They're just like, I don't care. Just write whatever. Because some of their answers made no sense at all. Like, 1 plus 5 is 0? Excuse me? I'm a little worried about you. I mean, you didn't even try. You didn't try at all. Like, that's obviously not right. There's no 0 in this problem. How would it be 0? Anyway, that's kind of how it was. Pikachu's chilling out on the bed with me. He's tired too. He had his food and he's ready for a locating nap. And I keep yawning. Goodness. Trying to think what else happened today. Really not a lot because students got out at 12:20. Oh, silly me. Had late buses, right? Because I've had them all week. I thought, oh, since it's early out day, the buses will probably come much earlier. So it might be better if we didn't come in my classroom and watch a video. We could just sit in the hallway and wait for them to ask us to load the buses. That was dumb. because they took for stinking ever to get there. Like, as long as they do on a normal day. And I'm like, why? Why in the world? It shouldn't have taken as long as a normal day. I don't know. I really wish people would figure out the bus situation and get it more streamlined because it's a nightmare. I seriously got my students loaded at like 12:45 or 12:50, and I had conferences starting at 1. And I hadn't eaten any lunch because I just didn't get a chance. So that's probably why I'm so tired right now, because I don't have any protein in me. Yeah. So I think we're going to have leftovers for supper, which will be easy because I'm just going to have like my version of black bean burritos. So I just basically open up a can of black beans, dump them in it, and then I scoop however much I want into like a bowl, put some shredded cheese on it, a little bit of sour cream, and mix it up into this concoction. And then I dip my little tortilla chips into it. And it's really good. I don't miss the meat at all. They're very hearty nachos that way. Very tasty. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm fading fast. And the light is getting worse and worse in here. I'm in the shadows a little bit. Because we only have this one light in our bedroom. It's just right in the middle of the room, and everywhere else is shadowy. And it's not light outside anymore. It's getting a little dusky. So honestly, the place with the best light is in the bathroom. But that just feels weird to vlog in the bathroom. Even though I've done it. I don't know. What do you think? I think it's kind of weird, even though it has good light. Because there's no way to like disguise the fact that it's in a bathroom because it's obviously a bathroom. Because anywhere you put the camera, you're going to see something bathroomy. The sink, the mirror, the cabinets, the toilet, the shower curtain. I mean, and the wall is so close to the shower curtain, I don't think you could knock that out of the shot. So, I don't know. And I don't want to vlog out in the living room because the cats will be all over me. Or the kitchen, same thing. So, yeah. Plus, my husband came home and he was going to go take a bath, and he'll probably be wandering around. So tired. He hurt his elbow at work today. I guess he whacked it on something pretty hard. He was like, ow, that hurt. You know how you do that? You run into something or hit yourself on something and you're like, ow, that hurt. And you go on with life. Kind of like what I did with my foot. Anyway, he said, I think I'm going to have to go to the doctor tomorrow. And I'm like, what happened? And he told me that he hit his elbow, blah, blah, blah. And then it hurt. And then later it was fine. And then later, like a few hours later than that, he was like, ow, my elbow hurts. And they looked at it and it was swollen really big. He's like, I think I might have done something to it. He's afraid he may have chipped his elbow. Yikes. My gosh, I don't know how they fix that. I mean, do they go in with surgery and remove the chip and then put like a screw in there or something? I don't know what he's going to have to do. So I asked him, so did you fill out an accident report? Because I did that with my foot just, a couple weeks ago. He goes, yeah, but first, before you can go to the doctor, or like, I guess before they can do anything about it, you have to take a drug test within 24 hours. Because I guess they have to determine whether you were like on something when you got hurt. Like that's the reason. Okay, sure. I guess I can see that, because if you're like tripping on something or you're drunk or whatever, somehow impaired from some kind of pharmaceutical, whatever that may be, then they probably don't cover your injury because that was your fault. But if it's just an accident that happened at work and it wasn't because of, something like that, then they should cover it. So, yeah, that'll be interesting to find out. I'll keep you posted on that situation. I'm not real thrilled about that. He got hurt. He's always hurting himself, though. Mechanics get hurt all the time. They burn their hands. They hit their heads on the hello, what do you call it? The hood of the car. Not the hood. Yeah, the hood. Pfft, goodness. Basic vocabulary has left my head. Yes. They get scraped and things fall on them and, just all kinds of mishaps. So I can't even tell you how many times he's come home and had like a big mark on his head. I'm like, what happened? I'm going to hit my head. I'm like, you need to be careful with your head. Do I need to send you with a helmet? I'm like, really? You're going to hurt yourself really badly one of these times. Yeah. It's a dangerous job. I think I'm ready to shed these teacher clothes and turn into pajama Jen and just relax and not think about school for a while, even though I know I need to do my lesson plans, which I'm not going to do tonight. And even though I know that I need to plan for another round of math interventions, which is completely wearing me out because we never know enough ahead of time what we're doing to be able to plan very far ahead. I'm going to do fact families, and I think there will be lots of cool little activities that I can do to help them remember fact families. Like, we're going to make a fact family house, and I'm going to find some other cool stuff that's free from Teachers Pay Teachers and Pinterest, and stuff that I bought in sets of math things that I could do, because I'm pretty sure Reagan Tunstall probably has some fact family stuff in her guided math curriculum that I have everything of. And I don't want to buy anything for this, honestly, because I have so much stuff. It's just ridiculous. Surely I have enough to make it through. Yeah. So that's my plan for the weekend. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on Saturday, but tomorrow I think I might want to do my lesson plans and just finish them. Kind of poke around and find some cool stuff to do next week since it's Halloween. I'm going to put my DIY monster kits together. That's going to be super fun. Didn't get it done last night because I just didn't have time or whatever. Because I had to think about, oh, that's right, my schedule's turned all upside down. I have to fix that. And what else am I going to do? I'm going to watch This Is Us because I haven't watched this week's episode. Probably catch up on Big Bang Theory. And probably catch up on some other stuff that I don't remember that I watched. Definitely going to keep caught up with This Is Us, though, because I want to keep going with that. And if I've been pretty lucky as far as not getting like spoilers from friends and things, because I haven't been going to lunch in the teacher's lounge for a couple weeks now. So I don't hear anything about TV shows or anything. And on Facebook, if I see anything about a TV show, I immediately just turn Facebook off. I don't even scroll past it because I'm afraid I'll see something, because I'm a very quick reader. So I try not to even look at the screen because I'll see something and it will spoil it for me. And people are generally pretty good about not spoiling things that are going on TV shows that lots of people watch. But I've watched all the episodes up to this week's, so I do know what's happened up to now, because that's what I did on Saturday. I binge watched the first 3 episodes. Yeah, but I'm just not planning to do a whole bunch tomorrow. I might make some banana muffins and I might show you how I do that, maybe, and with some like cream cheese icing to put on it. That'd be good. If you've never tried banana muffins with cream cheese icing, you're missing out on a whole taste sensation. Yes, it makes it less healthy, but it's so very good. And then you don't put butter on them, so I mean, it's a trade-off. And I guess you don't have to put butter on banana muffins anyway because they're already sweet and you don't have to do that, but I don't know. Anyway, oh, my daughter's back from her treehouse. I can hear her talking to her dad. Plus, I'm sitting on the floor and it's becoming very uncomfortable. I should probably get up and change out of these teacher clothes. I'm just going to have to put everything in the laundry because even though this sweater isn't technically dirty, it probably has diesel smell all over it from the gas station where the big truck pulled up next to me and had to rev its engine before it shut it off, and this big black cloud of smoke shot all over me. And I was just like, physically made my throat burn. Like, I held my breath as long as I could, but I wasn't done pumping the gas. It was to the point where you're like going, trying to get it as full as possible. And I had to breathe, and then it literally burned my throat and my eyes. I'm like, why would a person do that? I just don't understand. Now, they were just trying to draw attention to themselves, I guess, but I wasn't impressed. There was no one around that would have been impressed by that. I don't know. I guess it made them feel better. I have no idea why people do what they do sometimes. I just don't get it. It's a strange world we live in, friends. Strange world. Thank you for your kind comments that I've been reading on the vlogs lately, and always, really. I really appreciate them, and I read all of them. As soon as I get the notifications, I'm super excited to read them and respond. I try to respond to everybody, so if I haven't responded to you, it's probably because I lost your comment somehow. Sometimes they don't come through. And every once in a while, I'll go into my like YouTube channel, what do you call it? I don't know, Creator Studio. And you can go in there and check your comments because it keeps a log of all the comments you've ever gotten. And sometimes if you've put a link in your comment, it will shoot it to the spam folder, and I have to pull it out of there it puts it in the need review or likely spam. There's 2 different sections there. And so I'll check those. And I found a few people's in there. Like, I think it was Miss Momo Loves Science or something had a comment in there. And I don't know why they shot her into the needing review or spam folder, but she didn't say anything inappropriate or anything that should have flagged it. So I don't know what that was about. So I apologize for not responding to that one for like weeks and weeks. I felt terrible because I am not a person that ignores other people intentionally, for sure. So please know that if I didn't respond to your comment, it's because I didn't see it. Because I love clicking on my notifications because I love reading comments from people. It makes me feel more connected to you out there. And I like to leave comments on people's videos that I watch. So it's a way to develop a friendship and a rapport with people. And also to let them know, you know, that I'm here for you and I feel what you're going through. We all need a little support now and then, sometimes more than others. To quote bedtime stories, feeling a little under-domesticated right now. A little under-domesticated, friends. So, not that I'm not a person that needs accolades and, oh, wow, you're doing such a great job in your classroom. Look at all these wonderful things you're doing. No, that's not it at all. But when you always feel like you're getting the rug pulled out from under you and I'm starting to feel micromanaged, and I can't work like that. That's why I didn't stay in this district, because of that situation. I was offered a position here after I finished my student teaching in this district, and the administration that was there was completely into micromanaging to the extreme, like mini micromanaging. And I can't work like that. I'm an individual. I'm not a conglomerate. I'm not a clone. That's one of the reasons I have a really hard time with scripted resources. That's great maybe for a beginning teacher that needs the extra support and doesn't feel as confident in certain teaching areas. However, this particular area is one of my fortes, and I can shine in this area if I'm allowed to. But I'm not allowed to, and it's very disheartening. And it's making me dislike my favorite subject to teach, which is heartbreaking to me, because if I cannot get excited about the subject that I love to teach, then how am I expecting the kids to get excited about it and buy into what I'm trying to teach them? It's hard. Well, this became a real downer. So happy weekend, everyone. Now, a lot of you have school tomorrow, I'm sure, because you've already had your break and this is a normal week for you. So I hope you have a fabulous Friday. I hope none of this poo is affecting you in your life or your job. And I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, and I don't want to be all a complainer and stuff. I'm just being honest. And I'm not saying it to get, oh, poor you, we feel bad for you, and get sympathy and all that stuff. No, that's not it at all. I am not going to be a fake teacher. I'm not going to fake I'm the best teacher in the world. I'm the happiest teacher in the world. Also, I don't want to be the extreme opposite and be like, everything's terrible. I don't want to be an Eeyore. Everything's terrible. I can't stand it anymore. Because if I got to that point, then it's time for me to leave. It's time for me to leave teaching. That's the big sign that you need to go. If you just don't like anything about it anymore and you can't do anything to change your situation, then it's probably time for you to leave teaching. So anyway, Halloween's on Tuesday, so that should be a super fun day. We do have a new math interventions group starting, but maybe I can do a spooky Fact Family house. That would be super cool. And if there's not one out there, I'm going to make one. And if I make it cool enough, maybe I'll throw it on my Teachers Pay Teacher store and tell you about it. Ha! See? You give me lemons. I suck on the sour lemons for a while. I get a bad taste in my mouth, and then I realize add some sugar and some water and you get lemonade. Yeah, I tend to make a circle. I kind of go, and then I go, oh, well, here's something I can do about that. I try not to stick in the yuck. Try to climb out of the yuck. Trying to find something good with the yuck. Yeah, so there's that. I'm going to try to just suck it up, pull up my big girl panties, and teach on. That's what I'm going to do. Because this too shall pass, one way or another. One way or another. Nothing ever stays the same for long. And we shall persevere. I love my kids. And I still love teaching. I just am in a situation that's difficult. So, we are going to make this work. I'm going to comply but I'm also going to have to throw some things in to make my life work as a teacher. Yep, that's what's going to have to happen. Okay, I've got a plan. See, you kind of talked me off the ledge again. Or I talked myself off the ledge. I don't really know. Oh, speaking of, if you don't watch One Fab Teacher, Tiffany May from Texas, you really should, because she's very positive and very sweet and kind and a wonderful friend that I've made since summer. And she's always there through the good and the bad. And I have texted her quite a bit as of late with the good, bad, and the ugly. And she has literally talked me off the ledge more times than I can count to this point. So I just want to shout out her. You are a great friend, and I really love you. You are a blessing in my life, and I'm so glad that God introduced us and that you are there and willing to put up with my crazy. So I found some wonderful friends. Thank you for being there. I'm going to quit babbling, and I'm going to shed off the teacher clothes and put on some jammies, some warm jammies, because it's supposed to be getting colder again. I think there's like a frost advisory or something. So I'm going to be wearing some warm pajamas tonight, put on some fuzzy socks, heat up some warm tea, and have something yummy for supper, and just relax with my fam and have a good evening. So I hope that you are having a good week and that you have a fabulous Friday to end your week. And I will see you tomorrow with whatever that holds for me, since I don't have to be at school. I'll just be kind of chilling at home. See you later. Love and hugs.